Welcome to episode 4. So much has happened. I can't even begin to fathom where to start. We'll start with the delays. Because I have had so many people ask me, what the hell is going on? Where's the car? Where's this? It should have been done by now. Maybe it should have been. But there's no point rushing it for it to fuck up. And I was a numpty and didn't record me talking through different bits of the build, but that was also part of the delays because I never knew when I was going to be there. It was all very last minute at points, but that's something we can get into. That is not a problem. Also, I've just had a shower, which is why my hair is slay queen. Since the last episode, Matt's finger got bit off.
But now, thank the Lord, the finger is healing up nicely, as you should be able to see. I mean, it's not all grim and nasty and bony anymore.
Great way to start. Which, of course, did set it back by 2 months, which is fine. Accidents happen, things happen, you know what I mean? He wanted to get back to work, he couldn't because he had a massive bandage on his finger. If you guys were following up to date with him, you would have seen what had happened and everything else. It was crazy. But that was okay. Well, whilst we were waiting for that anyway, it was fine. I'll tell you for why. Some of you may already know, I was waiting for the ECU for like 4 months. I was blaming UPS, so apologies, UPS. It's not completely your fault. You could have just told me the reason in the first place, and I could have resolved it. I had all the right information, but again, this is something I will continue going into. So, when we was actually able to start the build again, the first thing we hopped onto was the injectors because we knew these needed changing for the tuning, obviously. I needed to allow more flow through. So we did try and swap over for some, what were they? RX-8 injectors I got suggested. So I did this. They had to get sold off. Then because of that, I had to order more.
Obviously, the new ones that we're going to be fitting are green, and if I just put those somewhere out the way, the ones that we had originally are these yellow ones just here, and the ones that are fitted to the car originally are, if I pop that out of there, we're going to need it out either way, but if I can get it, thank you, out of there, are these ones here. Now, you'll be able to see that the connector for the original one and the first set of injectors that we got is completely different, and that is the reason why these are pretty much no good. So we'll get that put somewhere nice and neat out the way. And these ones here, which are the new set, or the new set that we're going to be getting fitted, they've got the same orientation on the plug. The pins are in the correct place inside the plug, and everything else looks pretty much bang on to me. We may need to change the top seals.
Right, so you might have just seen that the injectors were wrong. They were actually for an RX-8, but I was told they were going to fit. However, the plugs are actually different, as you would have seen. But now we have managed to buy some Yaris T-Sport injectors that are supposedly a straight fit, and we are yet to test them out. So as soon as we've got them fitted, I will show you them fitted nicely on the rail.
I thought the price was too cheap, but of course, me being me was like, no, I'll be all right. They were also non-genuine. Alongside these injectors being fitted before I knew they were fake, we also fitted the coils. We also fitted a short shifter, which felt crazy. After this was all in preparation, not even for tuning. This was preparation to get it to Ricky's for exhaust. I will put them on screen now. Ricky is my exhaust guy. Any fabrication or welding I need doing, I will go to him. He's done my exhaust and he's done my manifold. So what could really go wrong at this point? He's done an amazing job. We sent it up there for custom boost pipes. Big up Peaky Recovery. Issues started straight away. It's actually mental how many issues I've run into since the last episode. But the car went there. Would you believe the first lot of welding he tried to do for my car on these boost pipes was the pedal broke. Pedal fucking broke. But of course, that is my luck at this point. I said to him, I was like, it's not even my car if it hasn't had any. If there wasn't issues, the car's just got bad voodoo. Due to the pedal breaking, I did have to go up at a later date. First time was to drop off a part, and then second time was actually when we was getting the boost pipes done. So You will see in this montage what was actually done, what was carried out. Of course, I only did what I could, which was stand there and watch. But it was always very fascinating to watch what a professional is good at. It is like an art, and it was fascinating to watch him put together my boost pipes in front of me within just a couple of hours. Like most people buy kits, like boost pipe kits, and I went down this route due to not having a normal route for my intercooler. So I'm going to explain what's different about my intercooler compared to other people. Wow, my tan line is really bad. That is from USC. Anyway, so what a lot of people have done when they have turboed these builds or put a normal supercharger on these builds is literally you've got your crash bar. People will cut out a section of the crash bar and fit a long intercooler in there. Whereas I don't really want to be damaging the crash bar or cutting out the crash bar, considering there's no structural integrity to these cars in the first place. So why am I going to make it worse for myself if something happens? One day, Matt and Ricky, before the boost pipes were done, Ricky decided that the battery would probably be better relocated into the back. Well, they actually said footwell at first, and I said no. We're going to come to a compromise, you know what I mean? It's my car. So it was relocated into the back, near to the sub, and the intercooler has now gone where the battery is. So at least then, as soon as I open my bonnet, intercooler, just there. But Ricky is a wizard with fabrication to be able to just give him my engine bay and go make it what I did. And straight off the rip, he's done it. Rory's Exhaust is the only company I will use for fabrication work, welding, anything to do with that sort of niche. He's so good at what he does. I hope you enjoyed that montage. We have many more montages to go through. After the boost pipes were made up by Ricky, the car did go back to Matt's to get more work done. See, I didn't mind the ECU being delayed anyway for a little bit because Matt's finger, he was obviously out of work. And at the same time, I tried for so long. I probably tried for nearly a week trying to get people or find someone or find a business that would happily tune my car. My God, it was so stressful. So many people came back to me and just said, no, can't do it, won't touch standalones, won't touch customs. They're just rolling roads for a base map. But weirdly enough, I did reach out to a company that I know has a lot of custom work. They are Seven Valley Motorsport, and I do know the guy. Turned around and pointed me in an absolute brilliant direction. Brilliant. So that direction he pointed me in was Bailey Performance. So after speaking to Bailey Performance through Facebook, he booked me in for the start of July. If I believe I'm correct, he booked me in for the 8th of July. At this point, we were still in May. So I booked it in just for a full dyno tune, full dyno day, and we went from there. We were still waiting for the ECU to turn up. Bear in mind, it is May at this point, and I ordered it back in March. So we were waiting for the ECU, but I did start coming to a conclusion as to why the ECU hadn't arrived, and I started blaming UPS because they weren't giving me full information. They were giving me half a story every time. But so was the company that was shipping it through UPS to me. No one was giving me a straight story. Everyone was giving me different stuff. It just felt like I was chasing my own tail. But at this point, obviously, of course not, we had not received the ECU. So because it was 3 separate occasions now it's tried to come over to me in one piece, and it was not happening. I took it into my own hands. After it arrived back with the company, I reached out to them and said, look, I'll get it collected myself. So there was a company called NI Parcels, because they are based in Northern Ireland. Shock horror. Northern Ireland Parcels, NI Parcels, were just a middleman for me and FedEx. So FedEx would go collect the parcel from Portugal, bring it over to me. And you know what? I had no issues filling out the export forms. I had no issues with anything. I think the only issue was paying for it, and that's because I already spent so much money I didn't want to pay anymore. So you can only imagine this was very stressful because the car was getting tuned on that 8th of July. And by the time I'd booked it in to come to me, so the ECU arrived to me on the 6th, my car's getting tuned on the 8th. That's a bit stressful. Not even I think that's wrong. Okay, the ECU was delivered around the 6th. I can't remember for sure. I didn't mark it in my calendar. I was just glad to have it. I'm ready to put it in the car. So we had 2 days to finalise a lot of things. We had 2 days to fit the ECU and just a bunch of other stuff before dyno day. Here we did paint the name Pugatti on the ECU because we are like children. And we love it. And we also called the paint Pugatti purple because it is the same paint that is on my car. And it is a custom colour. So, of course, we thought this was the last pieces of the puzzle. Again, was it? No, it was not. So the ECU was hooked up the day before tuning. So that was hooked up on the 7th. We expected smooth sailing. We probably shouldn't have expected smooth sailing with everything else that had gone wrong. But you know, you can only hope, can't you? So take a look at this.
And then that way if we can at the same time.
I'm sure I ain't got this. Put a ramp in my face. Yeah.
There's a tight fit and then there's a tight fucking fit. Comes to something out when your car's that light, you can jack it up by foot. So if we pop the key into the ignition, do we get dash lights?
I
Yeah.
feel so sick.
I bet you the battery's going to be dead.
Nah.
Yes, the battery is dead.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Yeah, actually.
The battery is...
Why is the battery dead?
The battery is dead. Okay, so we'll try again with some jump leads, I guess.
Right, so right now we're having to use the S5.
So now, hopefully, if I can get into the car, can't even get into the bloody car. Can we open it? Open. Now we're in. So now, hopefully, if I pop the key into the ignition, turn on the ignition, there we go. So in 3, 2, 1, still nothing. Still absolutely zilch. Right, so now we've got the S5 running again. We're going to leave that running, and hopefully we should now... Nothing. Nothing at all. Not even trying to turn. Very strange. So what we'll do is we'll check and see what voltage we've got coming from the battery. So if we drop that onto earth, move that fuse box lid, drop that on there. What we got there? 13.9. And we've also got 13.9. So we know that the power is coming from the back through the terminal and into the fuse box. I have just quickly checked all the fuses off camera, and all the fuses are all good in the fuse box there. So what I'm thinking is maybe that ECU is, for whatever reason, immobilized. I mean, I'd like to think not, being a plug and play ECU, but with the symptoms that we're getting, yeah, I'm not holding my breath. So let's just quickly try and unplug that one side there. Can we get to it? Can we get to it? Yes, we can. Just get that unplugged. Is that going to come off? Yeah. So we've got one plug there, and we've got another plug. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Is that out? I think it's out. Yes, we are out. So do we have enough to be able to just pull them through and plug the ECU in off? Yeah, I think we might be able to just get it in there. So let me go and grab the other ECU. Do we have enough to be able to plug them in? One plug. Is that going to give me enough? I don't know. It's going to be tight. Oh, no, we've got it. Yeah, we've got it. Right, so let's just drop that there. And if we come around inside the car, ignition on, still no dash lights. Right, radio
Radio's come back off. Okay, so we know it's not the ECU.
So we narrow it down. It's not the ECU. So why is all the dashboard just gone off on a proper random? Like, that makes literally.
You got another battery to test?
Maybe.
In case that one's fully fucked.
Maybe. Why have we got nothing? We had dash lights earlier. I mean, it could just be the battery, yeah. It could very damn well be. It has been off the car now for like, what, 7 months?
Right.
Sitting around.
And this car's already had like 4 battery replacements in the whole ownership I've had it.
Okay, let's grab a battery and replace it. Still nothing. No dash lights. But the car will turn over once, and then it goes back to nothing again. What on earth? Now, I definitely know this battery works, so we can only but see. It's worth a shot. Definitely. I'm not going to clamp it down just yet. Right, so let's swap places and let's see if this is going to work.
Ugh. Come on, Bugatti.
Now, hopefully, we should have.
Nothing.
Yes, nothing.
No, God!
What the hell is going on with this car? Why have all the dash lights just all of a sudden gone off?
As you may have just seen, the car did not start. The worst thing that could have happened, the car just didn't start. Me and Matt, obviously, as you would have seen, we tried the old DCU. Matt was trying to jumpstart the battery in case it was that. We looked at all the fuses. The car was having nothing. Then all the dash lights obviously went off. But we only had such a small time frame to get it running till dyno day. And we was losing light really fast. So because of all this, we couldn't work out the issue. I think I ended up leaving Matt's that night, well, his unit that night at 1 in the morning because we tried so hard. Matt could see I was stressing. He was getting frustrated. That was probably the worst night out of everything that's gone on. That has got to be the emphasis worst night of this entire build. Easily. I was extremely upset. I was stressing. I was depressed. I was all sorts of things because this should have been the last of it all before tuning. And yet something still came to bite me in the ass. And with it being 1 o'clock in the morning, what am I supposed to do? It's not like I can call anyone. My mechanic was trying to get it working, but I couldn't keep him out all night. He has a life to go back to and go and sleep. You know what I mean? It just couldn't have got any worse at that point. I think the only way it would have got worse is a blown engine, but at that point, how are we supposed to know? Genuinely, at this point, I was so ready to give up. I was so ready to take everything off the car. I actually cried on the way back home. I just didn't know what to do. I don't like letting people down anyway. And the fact that I thought about, I've been booked in with this guy for 2 months and now I'm going to have to let him down. I'm going to have to cancel. It's not just him I'm cancelling. It was also the recovery guy I was cancelling. And bearing in mind, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Who the hell is checking their phone at 1 o'clock in the morning, even if I message them? No one is doing that. Unless you're like me and decide that you can't sleep ever. But no, I know how it is, and it's not great. It's not nice. It looks so bad on you, even if it's not your fault. So what I did anyway, I messaged Bailey's Performance. I was crying on my voice notes, and I was so upset. I was just like, look, I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to cancel. I don't know what to do. My car's not starting. We've swapped over the ECU. Battery's not working. The dash lights aren't coming on. I was so apologetic because I hate letting people down, especially when it's business. But despite all this, my guy from Bailey Performance, Dale, he pulled through. He turned around to me. He messaged me, said, stop stressing. Like, in other words, stop stressing. You can still bring the car. That's fine. We have a little spot for it. Bring it down. We can diagnose it. I was like, this guy? Oh my God. So at first, Matt was like, I can look at it for you if you want. I can help you out. But at this time, he also found out that he would have to be moving out his garage. So I said to him, look, I don't want to stress you out. I don't want to be in your way. I don't want the car to be in your way. I would rather, at this point, go to Bailey Performance. He can look at it when he's got time, and you can focus on finishing up everything else you've got going on. Because I didn't want him to be dragged down by the car when he's got loads of other stuff to do. My car is no priority when he had so many other jobs to finish. The projects, should I say, not jobs as such, but projects. And obviously, moving out of the unit, that was going to be a big job in itself. So I managed to speak to Peugeot Recovery again. He came that same day, picked it up for me. We took it down there, and I stayed with Dale, got to know him, was watching him try and diagnose some of the car. Here you will see clips of it being diagnosed. Okay, so my car is here over at Bailey's Performance at the moment. We found that there was an issue before the tuning day, and the issue was that the car wasn't starting. So I have had to get a fuse box because we saw that mine had melted, and we also had to get a vacuum pipe because mine for some reason had just decided to go somewhere. So let's see if the car will work after we swap over the fuse box, and let's hope for the best, and then we can go a bit further. Also, on top of all that, the ECU that I have ordered, it is software that my tuner doesn't really want to use, which is understandable. I mean, each to their own. It's the same with phones, isn't it? And clothing, everyone's got their own preference on different things. So let's see what we can do, and let's see if we can get rid of this ECU. Right, so as we can see now, the new fuse box, I say new, it's actually not new, it's from another car, but it is being fitted now. Happy cooking days.
Right.
Still no lights. What's happening there?
Let's see if we actually fire up. I don't think it's going to, but it doesn't really matter anymore. We've got fuel pressure there, so the fuel pump's not knackered.
Yeah.
Probably the main light's problem.
Oh yeah, for starting it as well.
we better take the cap off the supercharger because I think it's blocked off a minute.
Yes, it is.
Should blow it like out there, like.
Your face, then. I'm sorry. Well, it was good while it lasted.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, so let's see if we can start with
How weird is that though? That it just.
this. I think the fuel's knackered in it.
Oh, yeah. To be fair, you have been saying that.
It's almost oily. Look, it's almost oily. Like it's not. That should evaporate off my hand.
Yeah.
I think the fuel is scrapping it. Yeah. Just wait. I'll go. It does a bit on this.
Mmm. Oh, yeah, you reckon it's the fuel?
Yeah.
I mean, if you've got something for me to put fuel in, I can go get fuel.
Don't matter anyway, does it? It obviously will go.
So after all of this, after all the diagnosing, we realised two things. Number one, we realised it's a fuel issue of some kind. Number two, Dale hates speed EUs. Fucking hates them. After what he's told me, it was very valid. They're just not a reliable in software. And after he showed me examples and told me examples after what happened in the past, where people have gone out, got it mapped somewhere else with a speedy ECU and then come back to come to him because the map wasn't right. And he's told them, right, you're going to have to swap to Mega Squirt. Basically what happened to me, just without the tune in between. So, of course, that ECU I've just waited 4 months for. And because I had a buyer for it within 24 hours, I was able to give Dale the money to sort out a Mega Squirt 2. And after everything he told me anyway, I was not taking the risk of something going wrong with this 4 months for. So goodbye, Felicia. We got the new ECU. So when the ECU did arrive, we did have to wire it up. I stood there and watched him wire it all up because it's just fascinating. I love watching people do stuff like that.
Right, so I've just turned up at Drainage Performance, and we are now draining the fuel. Well, Dale is draining the fuel because I've just arrived. Hopefully, there shouldn't be much left, and then we can see if we've got some other fuel to try and test it.
I'm still saying it's only full.
Really?
Yeah. And that can's only full. That can's 20 litres. How much fuel is it holding?
Probably like,
Full 30 litres, isn't it?
can't be much more. Probably about 40,
Yeah, I think so.
if that.
Well,
But yeah, Dale did fix the dash issue as well. Would you like to tell the camera what the dash issue was?
it was a fuse.
It was a fuse. After all this time, we just apparently didn't check well enough on the ones just behind there.
Yeah, sort of pulsing up. Something weird.
Oh.
There's a battery's a bit down. Oh, it could be a pump problem. I hope not, because it'd be a nightmare.
Yeah, no, I also hope not.
It was a minute ago before you came, continuously flying out.
Yeah,
And goes like going, zzz.
that's very strange. But you said maybe
Battery
it's the battery, because it hasn't done much.
It probably is flat because we've been the ignition on for ages, messing about.
Aha. Follow you with the camera.
No, not too bad. Well,
Yeah, it's as it should be, give or take, but it's not on.
it's pulsing like that. I mean, it is what it is, but you try it, fuel out,
Yeah.
press fuel, and start winding the ECU.
Ooh, exciting. Yeah, there we go. The wiring that Dale's been doing. Happy days. Right, so we have just put a little hole in just here So we should be able to feed something through to try and get the wires through for the ECU / piggyback, because we're going down a slightly different route now. Obviously, I haven't actually documented that. So
Slowing down a bit now.
woo.
Oh, great. Where's the fucking hole we've made?
What is it? Just that back that was on about?
I think I'm cutting some of this out behind there. I don't see it anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm not bothered about that, to be honest.
Well, I say you're not going to see it anyway.
Well, the intercourse is going to be sat there anyway, really, isn't it?
Oh, the ECU's over this, so
Oh, there you go, even more so.
that's why I wanted to put it here, because it's not going to. This just moves around and fuck over there. That's where we are, the old.
Oh, that's really good stuff, that is.
Which what you're doing now, because we can get gaping hole in it.
Yep. Yeah.
It's on the passenger seat, and then you just pull it on the dash. So if you like it, make it the right length. You nearly maintenance. You get the dashboard, ain't you? Yeah. Oh, with you. I mean, sake of like another.
There we go. There is the hole. Gonna feed some wires through there now. So it should be beautifully done. Pulled this pink one back through because, as I've just been told, this one will be for the wideband in the future. Oh no, there we go. Another step done.
You have two conductors inside it with a foil over it.
No way. Okay, yeah.
And a drain wire was ground wire as well. So the foil screens it. And the reason you screen a cable, like an audio cable or cranks in a cable, any low voltage stuff like that, is the idea is you get to stop any noise, electrical noise getting to it.
Oh, no way.
So you screen to keep it clean, keep the signal clean.
So it's a kind of sound induction in a way, but for electric.
Yes. It's pretty important for a crank sensor because that's probably critical.
No way.
But it turns, I didn't think it was screened in the car, but it turns out when you strip the loom back, it is. That screen cable.
Oh, that big grey one. Yeah, the chunky one.
So I'll just join it up here, where I've got crank. Somewhere around here, I've got crank. Cam. Crank. So I'll join it up here.
Oh, beautiful. Pink and blue.
I wasn't going to do that. I was going to put it right around the back and go down if there's no need to.
Yeah.
I'll realise it's on screen anyway. ECU grounds and one ECU ignition ground for the ignition drivers for the coil pack. So then you'd be put to a crimp, soldered up each string and bonded to that.
Right, okay.
I need a load of crimp tools and soldering stuff now.
All your wiring tools are in the way.
Should move the car ready, but I've got another one tomorrow, so I'm moving. I push it back out again. Let's just get his ground wires out of the way first then.
Stand back here out the way.
Yes.
Where are they all spawning from?
I don't know, I seem to be, tell you what, seems to be the MX-5 man.
Ah, I didn't realise you did 2 onto 1, okay. That makes sense.
And then, I like to solder the grounds. You shouldn't have to.
But just precaution,
I
like.
just like doing that.
Just burn.
That wire's dead. Can you put the ignition on for me, please?
I can indeed. So fight my way through everything. Ignition is on. Yeah, and it says we've got less than half tank.
Well, the 12 volt stays on there, so that seems ideal.
Ignition off.
Stays up for a while.
Beetroot.
It stays live for about 10 seconds and goes off something.
Oh, why not? You said that was going to be one of the injector ones.
I want to use the injector power supply with the injectors to power my new ECU. Do you think that goes that much way? Up there?
I think that might be the back.
That's the back.
No, that's the right way, yeah.
Oh, that.
I think that's the back. I could be wrong, actually. I don't know. It's been a while.
It's pretty important we don't cock it up, really, because I'm going to mount it on it. Plastics for it are in the car somewhere. Probably in that box.
What the... Oh, they're right here. I got them.
Give us a clue where it mounts or not.
I hope so. Well, I don't know, because the bracket... Oh, no, the bracket's still there for it, isn't it?
That's the bottom. I'd say there's something like that.
Trying to think how... I feel like... Maybe I've got a picture somewhere. Get people saying, oh, you should have turboed it, you should have done this with it, you should have changed the engine, you should put a bike engine in. But... Huh?
No.
Are you paying for it? No?
Wouldn't do it anyway. You're going the right way supercharging.
You reckon?
Yep. Much nicer.
It's something I've always wanted to do with it, to be fair. I just didn't have the money. And now I've got, like, adult money. It's one of them, isn't it?
Pro charge and that sort of.
I was saying, because not many people actually do them ones, do they? I always see people, when they're saying they're supercharged, it's the big block.
No, positive displacement. No, the centrifugal is halfway between turbo and roots type ones. They don't make the instant power that a roots blower makes, but they're way more efficient than a roots blower, makes more peak power. So the thing with the roots blower, positive displacement blower, could be Sprintex, root, screw, all different ones, you know. The big fucking things like this. They, as soon as you crack the throttle, boost is there straight away. This won't be like that. Build with RPM. It's nicer on the engine. If you were in a standard engine and you knock the shit out of it too much, you're better with a centrifugal rather than a turbo or a roots.
Right. Let's find the hole. There is the hole.
I have one of them, hang on.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I think I just stole it off you.
Okay.
There you go. Where is it stuck? Hang on, it's stuck somewhere. Oh, it was stuck on my arm.
Yeah, I see that could have been. I remember that now, yeah, that's quite weeks ago.
Where's it gone?
I'm getting old, but I remember things. I remember things. Like yesterday, So I don't see a car that's year 2000.
There's so much of that one. There we go.
Hoping this thing does more. I'll do.
Fabulous.
Wally, pull back soon. Wait there a minute.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you keep getting the hang, don't they? This time next year, that was like the last was provisionalised. I want to really. Yes. I'm coming back that one. No, borrow that one. Yeah.
I am literally in the worst position right now ever. Trying not to get my jeans dirty. The car's been sat a while, so they're gonna get dirty.
I work in technology, bloody hell. So I was watching him wire it all in and everything on the right side. The dash light issue was a very easy fix. I'm almost embarrassed at the fact I didn't check myself, but it was a fuse on the left-hand side of the speedo and it just blew. So, of course, Dale did in fact change the fuse out, and guess what? Miraculously, right, the lights came on the dash. So after that worked, we still had the running issue, which we still thought was fuel, which wasn't a problem. Dale was looking into it for me.
That sounds more hopeful.
Yeah, crank over a bit better.
Way better.
Crank over it. Stop. Keep going, do it again, keep going. Yeah, it's not seeing the cam sensor for some reason.
What could that be?
Possibly a settings issue.
Okay. Please be a setting issue. Please. Ignition off.
Back on again.
Back on again. Oh.
Crank it over. Do it again, please.
That's why right now it might not be firing.
Let's try and start. The coils and the injectors are connected. I'm just going to get RPM on this laptop. Ignition off, please.
Yep.
Ignition on, please.
Oops, tight squeeze. Ignition's on.
Crank it over. There's a signal. I'm not seeing
It's just. Oh.
Open Tuner Studio.
Hey, it's me.
What's your name, mate? Look.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh, it's dead, obviously.
Oh.
Ignition on for me, please.
Absolutely. Around.
You can
Reach.
you see? Yeah, live data, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Next thing, make sure it's out of gear, crank it out. Come on.
I don't even know if... Oh, yeah, it is out of gear. Okay. Did it?
There's data coming from the sensors, but it's not syncing up. There's some cam sensor. Yeah, so it's got to the cam sensor. The tools it really strange. Yeah, my tape off now,
The one thing you said you hated using. Right now we're going to be testing the cam sensor because for some reason it's not getting picked up on the laptop. It's on. It's on. Well, it's on. Oh, take it off. Yeah. Off, on, off, on. Oh, my back. But yeah, how do you do that all day?
It actually needs you. It's not a wiring fault or a car fault. It's an ECU fault.
Oh, you're joking.
No, it's all right. Pay attention, word. These are the pins that you use to tell it which signals coming where, basically.
Right, okay.
I'm definitely on JS10 on it. Yeah, JS10, yeah. Okay, well.
But he did tell me there were further changes that did need to be made, which would probably help with the car running. So you know how I said I bought through lots of injectors? Dale managed to tell me I needed a full flop. So again, I started stressing because the ones I'd put in and were sold as genuine were not genuine. I even bought refurbished ones. Nope, some guy just went out his way and just refurbished some fake ones. Great. And they were 1.8 Corolla T-Sport injectors as well, so I was quite annoyed because they were exactly what I needed with the flow ratio. Luckily, Dale did manage to get some for me, but we also had to change over the spark plugs. So I did put some Iridium hybrid ones in initially, but since then he told me they were grade 6 and we needed grade 7 because again it would help with the fueling and how quick, well, it would help with the fueling. We also needed to add a blow-off valve because for some reason we didn't initially add one, but I did have a Rotrex one sitting around, so we did put that into the kit. We did put that into the boost pipes. That was crazy. Obviously, with a blow-off valve, it's not like a turbo when it comes to a supercharger build. So a turbo build, you don't actually need one as such. A supercharger build, you need one. Otherwise, you're going to be backlogging the air through the throttle body and back through, and it could fuck your belt and fuck your supercharger. And with how much the supercharger is worth, I didn't really want to do that. And after not having all these issues in my car, at this point, I'm being overcautious on purpose. Dale did also notice that my car had VVT. Obviously, I knew my car had VVT, but I forgot that Dale hadn't worked on one of these before specifically. So because of that, we had to upgrade the Mega Squirt 2 to a Mega Squirt 3.
Previous life, but I can't see it off, so get some glasses.
No, I was going to say, I'm quite surprised that with everything you're doing, you don't wear glasses. Like, I should be wearing mine a lot more.
So you can't see. I couldn't see. I'm soldering mid-air. That's got that look, right? A bit of the sleeve, a bit of heat shrink. Heat shrink probably better, wouldn't it? I made a reasonable job. Yes.
No.
So, we'll just leave it like that for a second. We'll just put that back a bit, just so we can probe it. We should see about a volt at the gate, at the base at the gate of that transistor. So we know it's been driven.
Yeah.
So, then we'll try on the car, see if it actually works.
To be fair, you did it pretty rapid.
We need Jim Sim again. 2v2 cable. Should be safe to power up. Right up.
Let's go.
Live data. Hey. Probe. At the moment, it's off. There should be next to bugger all on there.
Literally.
Bugger all on there. So we go in here.
Yeah.
Find the I/O driver again, which is VVT. Oh.
Look at that.
So we're driving it. The reason it's 0.29, a transistor, a diode, any semiconductor junction like a diode or a transistor has got a drop of 0.6, but because we look at the diagram, it's two transistors in its own little container, if you like. The drop is across two junctions, so it's 0.6 times 2.
That makes sense.
So we're driving that transistor on correctly.
Beautiful. As you saying it'd take an hour, I think it took you 20 minutes.
And an hour's job takes that, and then another way around, isn't it? You put it back on the car, and it takes another 2 hours to get to work.
Oh shit.
Right, let's go again.
It's,
nice. Where's all the bits gone?
It's so crazy because I know the inside of my old ECU that I bought from Portugal was very basic, and I see now why you wouldn't want to have used it compared to It's the tunability of that.
The reason I don't like using speedy and stuff, it's not that, it's the software shite. It looks like that. Use your tuner, that's tuner studio. It looks like tuner studio, but it doesn't work as well. Mega Squirt has definitely got the edge.
I know the first time I came down here, you had the other MX-5 in, didn't you? And you were saying that you was explaining the was it the fuel ratios? And you were saying it should be out either side if you used a speedy timing.
The timing's poor. I'll show you the time on your car in a minute. It's rock on. I'll show you the speedy. You get a lot of spark scatter. Idle, you get a couple of degrees. Well, not 1.5 degrees.
Yeah, it's like average of what it could be rather than
poor, basically.
That's fair from what I read up after you told me as well, because I want to see how bad the software was online. That makes sense. And someone was like, yeah, it's the best budget software. I was like, the amount of money I put into it isn't, I didn't realise it was that bad.
So put it back on.
Because then everyone was hyping up, what is it, Master or something? As well as obviously Mega Squirt.
The problem with that is, you see, is the thing with this, as I said before about, last time you hear about piggybacking sensors, well, you can't do that with these. You can't do most ECUs because you can't get into it. We just modify this. You can't do that with most of the time, can you? Because the diagrams aren't available to get into. We can't get the data we need because it's not available for you to look at.
Well, whereas these are quite like flexible, shall we say?
These are supposed to be a kit. I buy them built, but you can buy them as a kit, so all the data sheets have been available. So if you want to piggyback an ECU master, you need to go in and possibly disconnect the bias resistor inside. I know some of the later ones do actually have it in software. You can actually change the bias resistor value in software. It's not always no bias resistor though. Normally like you change it like a one. With a Mega Squirt, you can make it work by one means or another.
I know a lot of people have asked me why I've gone for Mega Squirt rather than ECU Master as well. And I've just said that you've said the tunability is just way better.
I think it is, yeah. And it's nice to keep the factory ECU in place if we can.
It's nice for it to bounce back off, isn't it?
Well, you haven't got any worries. We haven't
took it out to add it back in.
So, in my mind, to do that, it's a better thing. Like those Yaris's I did, it's a better thing to do.
Oh, the Yaris was on a piggyback as well.
Yeah, pick one of these.
But then again, they have that many bloody sensors, don't they? I bet. It just wasn't worth doing on a standalone.
Interface, it took me ages. I'll show you later. I made an interface talk to the factory ECU. It took me a long time. But
that's pretty cool.
Second, but this time when we drive the VVT, a fast idle.
Yes.
Was that light bulb still in place?
I actually didn't look. I can't lie to you. It bends in really fucking well, doesn't it?
So if I go in here now, then find moment of truth now, isn't it?
It is. It is.
I switch on VVT. So that's right, isn't it? So now we need to go back in and make sure we've selected in the VVT software. I think we did. Just check. We did.
Nice.
So when I start the car now, the light should get, when I command an angle, the light should get
brighter
or dimmer or whatever.
Sorry, it was a Mega Squirt 3 Pro. You know what? It was very intriguing to watch Dale modify the MS2 to the MS3 Pro all in front of me. Did it so quickly. And it was so interesting to work out. So something that I actually didn't bring up was the fact we left it at this point. So I couldn't make it up for a couple of days due to running around and doing other things. But during this period, he managed to fix the crank sensor. Don't know what's going on with my hair. He managed to fix the crank sensor. So the next time I went there, this is what I saw.
So as you can see here, the engine is now actually running. All the wires have been tidied up. Everything's starting to get wired in. Supercharger is supercharging. The reservoir fluid is going round, that's why that is blue. One thing we did realise, the breather filter flew off because the hole there is too small for that. Because it was sitting on this, so that was on there, and that was on there. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, it's been a while, bless me. So yeah, it's good to finally see that it is running. Obviously it still needs to be tuned, but we've got to get other bits out the way. Spark plugs still need to be changed. Injectors have been changed as well from the Corolla ones. Because I was told they were genuine and it turns out they're not genuine, and one of them was faulty anyway. So let's go.
If we look at the VV, it still wants tuning, but if we look at the table, we see the cursor move, and we see the actual reading, the duty flies up to match it. So he took the throttle.
Yeah.
Target. So it doesn't need, it only needs about probably 30 odd % to actually apply enough oil to move the cam. So the sensible thing to do is to lower the duty there a touch to make sure that you don't over sort of drive the solenoid.
Yeah.
So when you're on the dyno, if you realise that 35% gets a job done, you might set it at 40, 45 max. Yeah. Just go a little bit of, you wouldn't put 100 in there because it just bang the timing over to whatever it'll go to. And it might go to 40 or 50 degrees, which is the shit thing to do.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't need that sort of that amount of timing, you know?
Yeah, especially on something like this. Well, to be honest, probably on anything you don't, do you?
Because the commanded angle is 0, so it's 0 now.
Yeah.
And it's a table. So the commanded is 0. We've got to settle this up and see if it works. So when you hit the throttle, say you're going to say 15. So if I just do it at an idle here, let's say 5 in.
Yeah.
It should change to 5, but it's not. So you're going to see why that is. It sends a signal. Oh, it's not plugged in actually. Can you plug it back in?
I don't know. Oh, that's having a dance.
Yeah, it is trying. It wants tuning, but it is trying to find the angle. You see, so it is working.
Right.
But it's tuning. It needs tuning. Yeah, it's just tuning.
Yeah.
It is working. It is moving slightly.
I was going to say, I believe you, because at least it's not just sat still.
It's nowhere near tuned properly. I don't know what frequency the valve will actually run at or anything. I would expect it to start moving a bit more at 90% now. It's not moving at 90. It's kind of a bit odd.
What? Which one? Oh.
I'd expect that to start flying around.
Oh, okay. Like basically doing the same thing as the.
No, that's the due to the valve. What it does, it actually adds oil pressure to the VVT, so the VVT cam.
Yeah.
So there's a device in there with little vanes in it, which actually alters it, moves the pulley.
Oh, okay.
So you're adding oil to that, and that's what makes it move.
Oh.
I know it reads, but I've had this working on the factory ECU.
Yeah.
Before I move the wire over. That shouldn't be jumping about now. It's not. Let's check out the light bulb again. It's not throwing the light bulb, so there's a fault there somewhere. It's setting the fault somewhere. That light bulb should be driven by that now.
Right.
It's just about a problem somewhere. It's got a stop by it, but it's got so stupid.
No, I trust you. Bloody hell, you've got most things sorted on it already.
Right there, yeah.
Beautiful. Really good circle.
Really good circle, yeah. Tim's there, yeah.
Beautiful.
Let's see if I find a bit of pipe.
What's it at now? It's at 90 degrees. We need the fan to come on. Come on, fan. And the fan has now made an appearance. I knew it was going to come on. I've owned this car for too long not to know what the exhaust sounds like. when the fan wants to come on. That's back off there.
So there wasn't much left now until we were going to tune it again. It was literally a case of refitting the intercooler, which of course Dale gave me the lovely job of doing.
Hey, you're working, got a job here now, have you?
Yeah, paid by the hour. Not very well though. We're going to have to speak to Dale about that.
The car needed brazing. Guess you had that job as well. And of course, would you believe the day I was doing all this, it was my birthday. I spent my birthday working on my car. Most people go out drinking. Not me. No. I was raising my car and refitting my intercooler, which for some reason didn't want to go back in the car. So we had to jiggery-pokery that, but he jiggery-pokery did it in the right way. One thing we did notice though, the wheels were too small for the car. So because of how low my exhaust sat, it's not even like it's massively low, that's why we're so confused. But it was low enough to catch on the dyno with my original wheels. We did try jacking up the back end. It was fine for the most part, but then now and again the car would bounce and the exhaust would just... It's not ideally what we wanted, you know what I mean? So I had to race up mats. I think it was the following night. It might have been that night. Yes, it was the same day. So I went to Matt's, I picked up all my stuff, I took it to my body shop, and I was like, do you happen to have any X5 wheels that I can just, you know what I mean? And he said that it was fine. He had two that he had off his old MX5 drift build. I was like, no way. So we test fitted them on the car on Wednesday. So Monday was when I had to get the wheels and everything else, and raise my car and everything, my birthday. Wednesday was the tuning date and we test fitted them. Wheels fit fine. Absolutely fine. The exhaust was barely catching. We did have to raise the back end slightly and put it on the wood pieces, as you will see.
Oh my god, it's the Pug!
So I just want to talk about the dyno day now. This is the exciting part. So watching 107 on a dyno with a supercharger strapped to it meant I never thought I would get to this point. 10 years ago, I didn't even know what a supercharger was. And I'll be honest and say that I'll hold up my hands. And then 5 years ago, I was like, I'm going to supercharge this. Everyone was like, why don't you just turbo it? Because I don't want to turbo it. Why would I want to turbo it? Superchargers are cool. Not that turbos aren't, but kind of glad I didn't turbo it anyway, since there's now a turbo kit available by Toxic Motorsports. And my point of my build was to do things that people don't normally do to a car people don't normally modify, just to show it is possible and you can have fun and you can learn. It is dyno day. Wheels have been test fitted. It fits on the dyno. The exhaust is not scraping. It is on planks of wood at the back. I just remember sitting back and looking at it and thinking, oh my god, we have made it. The car runs. There is no further issues. Dale's helped me out massively getting the car back running. All this good stuff. So much had been done. And I was just glad it was coming to an end. All the late nights worrying about the car, whether it will actually be finished. All the late nights working on the car. All the days getting asked when it's going to be done and then feeling sad because it's not done. Seeing everyone drive around in their modified cars, it just made me sad. I was happy for them, obviously, because they're in their car. But I was so gutted. I just couldn't drive around in my car that was my first car. 10 years of ownership, and I haven't drove it. So at this point, I was so glad it was just nearly over. So I'm going to share the clips with you guys now with the dyno, and honestly...
The car is finally going to be tuned today. You know, we've only waited 8 months for this, but there it is on the dyno. We are ready to go. We've got Dale here. He's obviously going to be tuning it. It's all strapped in. We put different wheels on because the 15s are too small. So the exhaust was just catching underneath. And yeah, let's go. Oh my god, it's the Pug!
What an insane experience. How good did that actually sound? Like, being there compared to seeing it on video was a whole different thing anyway. So I am so glad I was there to experience it firsthand. It was so interesting to watch the process of how Dale custom tunes and fine tunes an ECU. That's why I've documented it all for you. I really want people, if they're going custom, to at least consider Bailey Performance. Honestly, he has got me out of the fucking shit. And he's such a nice guy. I just really want to push him out there with his tuning and just how helpful he is and how so much of a nice guy he is. So the car did sound insane, and it was also insanely fucking loud. So this car, this 107, this little purple 107 I've owned for 10 years, is now the first C15-60 Roadtrek Supercharged centrifugal supercharger. This car, this little purple 107, is now a custom 1-of-1 Roadtrek C15-60 centrifugal supercharged 107 in the UK. I believe it has been done in another country, but whether they actually put it out on the road, I don't know. I have no idea. But I know it is the first one of these in this country, in the UK. The car has got so many fabricated and custom made parts now at this point that there is literally no way to buy any of this off a shelf, except for the supercharger itself. You can buy that. But now that the car has been dynoed, I will have to wait until the next episode, which will be episode 5 and the final one of the series, purely because there'll be so much to see in that, and I'm sure you guys will want to stick around for the last bit of the journey and give you everything as a whole. But right now, the car is going to LB Autoworks up in Derby for some final touches, just to spruce it back up after it not being driven since December. I think it deserves to have a little spruce. Honestly though, this has been such a wild ride, and I don't think it's something I'll ever do again. Not like this. Engine swap's a bit different, and what about I go next? No way am I supercharging a car that's never been supercharged before with an already NA platform and such tiny engine bay, and no one wanted to tune it because it's a 107 or they didn't have the capabilities. And honestly, this build has really tested my patience. It's tested my mental health, my financial position. I didn't expect the car to cost me as much as it has. People warn you, and you don't tend to listen because you assume there's always going to be another way of doing it. There is a lot of things people don't understand when it comes to building them. This is why the series exists. I want people to see the pain, the stress, the emotional damage, everything I've had to go through to get this build right. There's no point sugarcoating it and doing what half these YouTubers do and emphasise on such a little issue. These weren't little issues. It was just one thing after another, which really drained me. But it finally feels good to actually talk about all to you guys now. But again, this is why the series exists, is to show you the reality of actually building something and not just pretending everything's gone smoothly or being dramatic about, I don't know, something simple like a clip breaking. It's not easy. It's really not easy. There's been many a times I've wanted to pull my own hair out. If I allowed myself, I'd probably be bald now. However, at the same time, I have made so many good connections and relationships to all these companies I've worked with, and that is what I'll be listing off now. So huge thank you to the Dreadlock Mechanic for exhausts, Bailey Performance, Peaky Recovery, LB Autoworks, Tia, my best mate, keeping me sane. Jess, my other best mate, keeping me sane. Joey for filming previous episodes. CG Motorsports for providing or custom making a clutch. Autoworks for providing me poly bushes. Colstrop Tuning for supplying me the supercharger kit. And of course, lastly, everyone who's watching this video right now and pushed me to keep going with this build. Honestly, I couldn't have done it without everyone. The moral support, the emotional support, any support. It's been an unreal ride, and I'm so glad it's finally finishing. It's been a crazy ride, it's been a fun ride, it's been a stressful ride, but we're getting off at the last stop soon. Stay tuned for the last episode, guys, to see the car out and about on the road. In that episode, we will talk about the brake horsepower, collecting the car, and the first true drive in the car. Tuned. If anyone does have any questions that they want me to answer in the next episode, please drop them in the comments. Please. because I'm happy to answer whatever people want to know about the build. So I'll see you guys in the final episode of building the Pugatti, and I will look forward to be able to talk about the final results and all the extra little bits I haven't had a chance to speak about. Don't forget to turn on the notifications, like, comment, subscribe. Peace out, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.